What's good, family? What is good? What is good? Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles, Trials of South Africa, where we don't just tell stories, but we unpack them. I'm back. This is the number four video about Kamogelo Baukudi. I was asking myself, should I cover this? Should I leave it as it is? But I'm thinking the people who started with me from the beginning, from video number 1, now we are on video number 4. This case is confusing. A lot of South Africans are asking themselves a lot of questions like I am, but I need us to delve into it. Let's talk about it. Maybe you have something that you will show us that we maybe didn't notice. Let us talk about it. If you've been following the Kamogelo Baukudi case from day one, back when we first said a child was missing, a 19-year-old was missing, then you already know that this story has been messier than the telenovela during Sweeps Week. But today, we are bringing clarity, we are connecting dots. And I need you to connect the dots with me and let's see what is going on. The wrongful arrest, we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the courtroom confusion. We're going to talk about the real trauma. And yes, the police officer now standing accused. Let's go. I need us to talk about it. Kamogelo Baukudi is a 19-year-old boy who disappeared on the 5th of June. The country held its breath. People were praying. We were asking ourselves, was it another trafficking case? Was he alive? Because remember, this happened around the time of Olorado, just after Olorado. It was confusing, and we were just saying a lot of things are happening in Bloemfontein, and it's getting frustrating. Then the update dropped. He was found walking. That is number 1. Not alone. He was seen with 2 men. Some people in the comment section, actually one person said I'm lying. And I asked which part of lying, because this is being reported on the news by, we can see, everyone sees it. And if you say you were following, then you should know that they found him walking with the suspects. That is what they had said at the time. That was what was alleged. Now, social media did what it does. It pointed fingers. But the truth is, Kamogelo had approached these strangers and he told them, please call my mom. Don't call the police, because the police were involved in my abduction. Let that sink in. He didn't want the SAPS involved. He was scared of the people meant to protect him. So people are saying, no, Kamogelo is the one who planned this with his friends. The people the social media thought are his friends are actually now wanting to open a case, because now they say they were abused by the police, they were beaten up. Those people are saying that we're just trying to help, but now we find ourselves behind bars and we were just arrested for nothing. So I want us to talk about these things. And let us just delve deep. And we must not forget another thing, guys. I don't know I can say the corners of Kamogelo's. I'm looking for a nice word. Because they said he's a special needs child. Who goes to a special needs school. So I want us to put that also, to think about that. I don't know whether it has an impact in the whole thing, but let's not forget that. So those 2 men who were interviewed on the news, along with 3 others, actually tried to help. They contacted his mom, they gave him shelter, they waited for her to drive 90 kilometers from Bloemfontein to Wepener. But before she could even arrive, the police rolled in and arrested all 5 men. Now, this is where it comes now into the picture. It makes sense, because those reports said they found him walking with the suspects. Now, these people are saying, Tina, we were trying to help. Kamogelo was walking down the street alone. He looked clean. He didn't look like someone who had been missing for over 22 days and he was in distress. He was hungry and all of that. But we didn't judge. He asked for help and we helped him. So now it even makes it even more confusing for us as a nation. I don't know about you, but personally, it just made me even more confused. So now they said they never even made it to court. They were just released quietly, like nothing happened. So it gets worse. Just listen with me a little bit. These 5 men say that they were assaulted in custody, and now their families are gearing to sue the state. Here's the kicker though. Kamogelo told the police they were innocent. He told them that these people helped me. He also told the police that I don't know whether he told them who hurt him. We don't know. We do not have that information because Kamogelo's mom hasn't said anything. Kamogelo himself has also not said anything. So why were these good Samaritans arrested twice is the question that we're asking ourselves. And allegedly they were beaten after the truth was shown. So let us hear what the law says because they are planning on suing the state. So let us be clear. Yes, the police are allowed to arrest on reasonable suspicion. They don't need all the evidence up front, because if that was the case, that the evidence is all there, nothing is proven in court and all of that. So if there's suspicion, they are allowed to arrest you. So now here where it gets interesting also. But once someone is cleared, once the actual victim confirms that they are innocent, keeping them in custody, why? Assaulting them, why did you assault them? That crosses into human rights violations and malicious prosecution territory. That's why the civil case is coming. We don't know if they're going to go through with it, but we've heard rumors that they might go through with it. Now, here's the real shocker. Let us talk about the real shocker now. Now, the only person currently facing charges is a South African police officer. And let's be honest, it hits differently because these are the people we trust to protect us. They're supposed to be the last in line of defense. But when a cop ends up in the other side of the courtroom, it shakes the foundation of everything. So he is still in custody. He went to court this morning. I haven't gotten what happened in court yet, but I know that he appeared in court this morning. So they spoke to Deborah Ramese, a resident in Bloemfontein, and he said, no, his name is not Deborah. I don't know the name. So, but this one is a resident. This is what he said. He said, it's what a lot of people are feeling, you and me, about this whole situation. We don't have police being involved in crimes. He said maybe this one caught media attention, but what about the ones that didn't? He's saying basically, if we have police people who are being arrested for these type of crimes, what about the stuff that we don't know and we haven't heard about? This one incident happened to make it to the media, but what about the ones that we haven't heard about? And he said, because let's not forget, this is me actually, because he was saying that we don't even know who to trust. We are calling for the SANDF, but they are, he said maybe they can help us in this. But I'm saying, let's not forget what happened. I know not all soldiers are guilty of things like this, like the same way that not all SAPS are guilty of this. In December 2022, I covered the story. People that were dressed in the SANDF uniform kidnapped foreign nationals at the Mall of Africa. Not only that, a hoax investigator was killed. And the suspects only faced justice after handing themselves in. They also appeared in court yesterday, sometime this week. I think it's yesterday or day before yesterday. So family, if we can't trust police, if we can't trust the army, who do we trust? That is the question. So let us go to the teachable moment and let us wrap this up. I'm hoping that as this trial progresses, there'll be some light, because now we have more questions than answers. We are more confused than before. And the people that we're expecting to say something are quiet. The mom, Kamogelo, is also quiet. Because if Kamogelo could tell people to call his mom, he definitely can tell us, Uguti, this is where they kept me, this is where I went. But they said he's getting the psychological help, so I'm thinking they don't want to rush him. So this is the teachable moment that we get. Let's break it down. Wrongful arrest is a legal matter, but it also a trauma event. Civil suits aren't just about money, they are public stand against injustice. Because now the people around where these people live see them as kidnappers. They say they are shocked and they have labeled them as criminals. And they're saying, we need to clear our name. We were just helping, but now we found ourselves behind bars. And when the state power becomes unchecked, ordinary people get hurt. This isn't just about Kamogelo. It's about every single South African who's wondered, if I call the police, will they hurt me or will they help me? Because in this country, we have a kidnapping problem. We know children are being kidnapped, women are being kidnapped, Bolt drivers are being kidnapped, people who are in these e-hailing services, Bolt, Uber, and others are being kidnapped. So now we don't know who to trust. You want to call an Uber, it's late at night, you're stuck somewhere, you are scared. What if the person kidnaps me? We have a kidnapping problem in South Africa. So if Kamogelo's case now is confusing us, there are police involved, we don't know where we are going to turn to. Hey, I mean, I don't want to lie. It's making me weak. It actually is making me weak. So here, drop a comment in the comment section. Do you trust the SAPS to protect you? Do you think the SANDF stepping in would make a difference? And how should the state be held accountable when they get it's this wrong? Because we've had these days, the NPA is being blamed left and right, hey? That they are making silly mistakes. They are even, when we talk about the Senzo Mayor case, there were two dockets, the 375 docket and the other one, and they took the other one and ran with it. There are so many things that are happening. Who do we trust? Because the crime intelligence was in court. We are frustrated as South Africans. Where do we go? Who do we trust? But I know that there are good people. There are good SAPS people. There are good SANDF people. As much as not everyone is corrupt in churches, not everyone is corrupt in the government, but are we outnumbered? That's the question. Is the evil outnumbering the good? That is what I'm asking myself. So please don't just watch. Speak, comment, share, mobilize, because silence is how injustice survives. You keeping quiet while you have kids in this country, you yourself, you drive sometimes alone, it won't help you. Let us talk, let us help where we can. This has been the Courtroom Chronicles times Quantum Criticals crossover. We went in, we went deep, and we are not done. There's more to be done. Until next time, I'm Busi, your courtroom tour guide, your trauma translator, and your unfiltered truth teller. Stay woke, stay loud, and stay safe. Stay safe. And until next time, God bless.